it's Misty here. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, I am going to be doing a get ready with me, but as I put on makeup, I'm going to be talking to you about my plans for painting in 2023. I'm going to be spilling all the tea. Just kidding. We're going to be talking about what my plan is for 2023. While we talk, I'm going to be doing my eyeshadow using this palette. This is the new one from Mikalya. I got both of them. They were on sale. They were already on sale for like $60 for the bundle, and then they had 40% off on top of that, so I got a pretty good deal. I think I had to pay for shipping, but even paying for shipping, it was still a pretty good deal. And I think I've already taken a peek. I think I want to use this one. So I forgot that they had a shaker on the front, and I was like, oh my god, why does it sound like that? Ooh, look at all these blues. Yeah. Though I'm wearing a sundress. I just got home from La Doctor, the wound care doctor, so this is really pretty. Isn't this like so fall and grungy? Do I want to do green? I felt like I've been doing a bunch of green. I mean, technically I'm filming this on the 27th, so I should probably do a neutral look, but this is probably going to go up on Saturday the 1st or Friday the 30th. Anywhoosies. Do I want to do green? I did green. The first time I wore this dress, I did a really pretty green eye look. Ooh. Those are gorgeous. Ugh, we gotta do green. There's this kind of gross mustardy, like this baby poop green. We're gonna do green. Okay, so I will try to put, if I like differ from this, I'll try to put it on the screen. So I'm gonna use this one, and this one, and probably this matte, and maybe the matte shimmer. Oh my gosh, I'm so zoomed in. I'm sorry. Okay, matte, shimmer, and maybe a lighter matte. We'll see. We shall see. That's the goal. Okay, hi. So, hello. Hey, hi, hello. I'm going to apologize ahead of time if this is a little all over the place, a little rambly. I have been having an issue the last few days with words. Like, I'll be thinking of something and the wrong word will come out. Like yesterday, or no, it was this morning, I was trying to tell Rob about a friend's cat. And I'm like, you know, Buddy the dog. And it's like, no, it's a cat. So I can't be held responsible for what comes out of my mouth, okay? Okay, I'm going to start with this kind of detailed brush. And we're going to put this, we're going to try this shade. This is called a Beauty Kills. Okay, so before we get started, this is my list of all of the projects I am doing. So let's start at the beginning. I found the painting community December 2019. I was recommended a couple of videos from Kat, who is Kitsch Snitch. I think that's how you say her name. Anyway, see? Anywho, she is one part of Beauty News, or was. I don't think they're going to bring that back, which is kind of strange because that channel had to be making way more money than their normal channels are, but what do I know? Anywho, so I was like, what the hell is a team project pan? What are we talking about here? So I watched it and then I fell down the rabbit hole, as you do. So I initially started in January 2020 and got to, I don't know, April 2020 after doing my 50 Shades of Pink intro. Like by May, I was like, I'm over it. I was just like, I can't. I think a lot of us were over a lot of things. So I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but I just kind of abandoned it. And then later in the year, I decided that I kind of wanted to revisit it. So that's where we got started. So I started my own project. I started painting those eyeshadows and abandoned it not long after I started. I just didn't like having to use the same shades and shades that I had no control over. So that's why I do it the way I do now. So I started there, then I created That's Expensive, and I did That's Expensive. And then going into 2021, I did Beauty A to Z, I joined Partners in Cream, I joined Deck of Panning, 50 Shades of Purple, Throwback 30. I was doing a lot last year, but not probably half of what I'm doing now. So if counting the project that I will start in November, if you missed it, I mentioned that I created a 50s, 60s kind of sock hop themed project that's starting in the Fantastic Ladies in November. So if we add that in, that's 26 projects. Which basically is why I've been posting almost every day, and some of you probably have Misty fatigue. So my goal was never to be someone who posted every day. Like that's not, like I didn't go into 2022 with that goal. I went into 2022 because I really wanted to try to use makeup as therapy, because my life kind of fell apart. I shouldn't say my life fell apart, but the health side of my life fell apart with a phone call from a neurologist who was like, hey, I've been mistreating you. You don't actually have this thing you think you have. And then she kind of said deuces. And I was just like, okay, well, what do I do now, right? And I talked about that in my last Get Ready With Me. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna let me just use painting. And I started joining all the projects. Like I knew I wanted to do the 80s because I had FOMO because everybody did it last year and I didn't do it. And I was like, well, I want to do the 80s. And I was like, I want to do all the prompts for the 80s. And then Laura did the 90s, and I'm a child of the 90s, a teen in the 90s. And then the 2000s, and of course I knew I was going to do the green, and then I wasn't going to join Zodiac, then I joined Zodiac, and we started Ode Me Gifted Blue, I started Color Pan. So there was a lot of projects that I just really wanted to join. And there are 3 now that have just been posted that I'm just going to have to skip out on, and it really makes me sad. I think I want to bring in this palette too. I was hoping for, I may try this matte. I think this other green may just be a bit too bright. So, like, I literally cannot. And I was doing really, really well painting until all of this started back in August. Yeah, I think I like this one. Maybe we'll mix them. Let's try mixing them. What do we get when we mix them? Ooh, geez. Anyway, so I was doing really well. Like, I wasn't feeling overwhelmed. I was using all of my products. I was doing a really good job until we got to August, when I started having back problems. And now that I have this wound that I have to take care of on top of it, it's been very emotionally draining. It's been very physically draining. It's been very mentally draining. And I found myself not wearing makeup as much as I would like to, just not having the ability to wear makeup as much as I'd like to. And so my goal for 2022 was just to use up as much as I could. I set this goal to use up $5,000 worth of stuff, and I wanted to hit pan in as many eyeshadows as I could. Like that's where my brain has been this whole entire time. It's like I don't mind that matte. Sorry. Lane swerve. Those 2 mattes together aren't too bad. Yeah, no, I don't mind that. It's a little bright, but it'll do. The mattes are a little powdery in the original Mikalya palette. Actually, they're kind of powdery in both palettes. So, that's what I set out to do. That's why I'm doing, so many projects. And I'm doing 6 eyeshadow projects. And I've hit pan in a ton of eyeshadow. I need to sit down and figure that out so I can film that video update for you guys. So I've been doing really well, but I have started feeling overwhelmed. I just started Paranormal Pantivity. I'm going to do the At the Hop. So I was actually considering joining, Allie's bringing back This Is Fantasy for another round. I'm going to have to skip out on that. Like I said, Deb and Danny have posted a couple of projects, and the Fantastic Ladies, I'm going to have to skip out on those. That'll put me like at 30 projects, and I just can't. I literally just can't. And they're 1-year projects, and they'll go into next year. But I already have what, 4, 5 that I'm already doing that way. So actually 6. Boy, I don't even want to count. So yeah. So for those of you who are like, how do you do it? Well, I was doing it okay until I wasn't. I was just, whatever eye look I did that day kind of dictated the rest of my face. So like this is going to be hopefully it's a more warm tone kind of green. Actually now it's kind of cool tone. And then so that'll determine what blush I use. But I use the same bronzers every day, and it determines what kind of tone of highlighter I use. So I felt like I was able to get use out of everything. Everything has a sticker. Like I said, I was going to join This Is Fantasy Part 2, so I was going to film how I get ready for that, but now I just can't. And I feel bad. I feel bad because I want to support everybody, and I know Carolyn and Gabby and a couple of other people don't really care for, prompt-based projects, but I enjoy them. And I enjoy them because I know that I got to pick out everything before I get started. And it's not everyone's cup of tea, and that's fine. And I've always said, and I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again, painting should be fun. It shouldn't feel like a job. And I'm starting to get overwhelmed. Now, would I feel overwhelmed if I was in better health? Maybe not. It could, very well be that I'm feeling this way because of everything that's going on. It's also a rough time of year for me. I lost my grandmother on October 13th. She died on Friday, October the 13th. Yeah, she died on a Friday the 13th. And it's just been within the last couple of years. And guys, it'll be 22 years this month. Or next month. It's just been within the last couple of years that I've realized that this is a trigger. And I'm like, why am I so depressed? Why am I so down? Why am I trying to buy all the things? It's the time of year. And that's the thing about grief. It's like it just kind of hits you out of nowhere. So anyway, it's just a stressful time of year. I'm trying to make and sell Christmas cards. If you missed my announcement, I sell cards that I make. I'll have all that linked down below if you're interested. Thank you if you purchase. I can ship internationally if you're interested. Just message me so I can give you exact shipping, because Etsy, I don't know. It's so hard to not calibrate, but calculate if you don't know someone's exact region, you know what I mean? And the prices at the post office have just gone insane in the membrane. Okay, so back to project. Back to the project, Misty. What do you guys think? I like it. I like it. And with my hair, my new red hair. Did I mention my hair? I don't think I did. It's supposed to be rose gold. But I follow someone on YouTube who used the same box I did. It's the Fiera. I think I have a picture. I'll throw it up. And it came out like this vibrant, bright orange red. And I was like, I want that. And we had about the same close to the same color of like what our hair was. So hers is a bit more vibrant than mine. So my hair must have been a little darker. It also refuses to hold dye right here and right here. It's the weirdest thing. I don't even know. I didn't even wash my forehead. Like a lot of times I will try to wash off the excess, but I'm like, I'm just going to leave it so I don't accidentally pull that off, and it didn't work anyway. I need to deepen this up. Okay, so currently, hopefully this doesn't give you anxiety, but I am in Beauty A to Z Eyeshadow Edition, Musical Painting, Child of the 80s, I Heart the 90s, Partners in Cream, Pan those eyeshadows, pan that palette, Level Up, Zodiac, 101 Magical Pans, 50 Shades, 2000, Color Pan, that's expensive, Advent, Throwback 30, Women Who Rock, Oh New Gifted Blue, Get Baked, Deck of Painting, Graveyard, Paranormal, Paint Our Way to 5K, which is a video and not necessarily a project. And then when I start my At the Hop in November. That'll be number 26. And I just can't. So for 2023, my goal is going to be to try to decrease that by at least a third. I was figuring it out. The ones that I know for sure I'm keeping are A to Z eyeshadow. I just really have enjoyed that. Partners in Cream, pan those eyeshadows, pan that palette, level up in 101 magical pans. I'm going to continue doing Zodiac, but that ends in March. I don't know if Kane is going to bring it back or not. So I'm going to do 50 Shades. I'm going to continue 2000s because that goes until April. Color Pan, that's expensive. Throwback 30, Women Who Rock, Oh New Getting Blue. Get Baked, but I'm going to change that around. Deck of Painting, Paranormal Pantivity, and then of course At the Hop. And then I'll do Graveyard. Emily brings that back in April. And what I've decided about Get Baked is, because that's my project that is all about just using baked products. What I've decided for that is just to make it a 6-month project. So we'll start 4/20, because that's the whole reason why. And then we'll end on October 20th. And it's going to be just about getting usage out of, structuring it kind of like Graveyard, where you update every other month. And people can continue doing it as it is, where there's no end date and you met your own goals, blah, 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 blah. But for me, I am going to transition from doing it like that to just doing it 6 months at a time, because I want to get use out of my baked products. But again, it's another thing where it's like, okay, okay, I currently have like 15 blushes and projects and I cannot add another blush. So if keeping in mind all of those, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that still gives me 19. So we're down almost 10. And then so 2000 will drop off. So that'll get me down to 18. What else will drop off? That's Zodiac will drop off. So that'll give me 17. So, and there's probably going to be more that I'm going to want to join. So, my plan for 2023, I'm not making any sense, is to slow the fuck down. Slow my roll. I think I'm ready for shimmers. I'm going to slow my roll. Like that is the goal. That is the goal. That is the goal. All right, let's check out this shimmer. Ooh. That one's a bit too vibrant. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. With that yellow in the front. Oh, yeah. Wait, no, this one. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I need to slow down. I need to slow my roll. I need to back off a little bit. I feel like, especially in the last, 6 months probably, that I have kind of shifted my way of thinking. And I talked about this somewhere. I don't remember where, but it's been a conversation. Where like now I've gotten it into my head, like, am I going to keep this? Cause am I going to pan this? Do I like it enough to keep it so I can pan it? Do I like it enough to buy it and I'll pan it? So I've kind of shifted my mindset away from, buy to just, using what I have. I've had no desire to buy any new eyeshadow. Literally the only thing other than skincare that's on my list for Christmas or Black Friday are those 2 Charlotte Tilbury palettes. They are so gosh darn beautiful. I can't help it. I want them. They're so pretty. So I feel like painting has done what I needed it to do and what I wanted it to do, to be an escape, to be a way for me to just kind of slow my roll and slow down and chill out. And that's what I needed. 100% that's what I needed. So I'm not going to do Beauty A to Z, the regular Beauty A to Z, the regular beauty one. I am going to continue the eyeshadow. I'm having a lot of fun painting eyeshadow, and I don't want to stop. But again, I also have to just slow down with the rest of it. So I'm not doing the second fantasy. I'm not doing the 2 that Deb posted. I'm sure there are going to be some more cute ones coming up that I'm not going to be able to do. I'm not going to continue with Advent, and the only reason why Advent is being cut is because I have basically just about run out of samples. I'm not completely out, but I don't know that I have enough to do a whole new year. 24 deluxe size sample size. So like I put all of my perfumes in Women Who Rock so I can get those finished. Oh, I found the Mont Blanc Legend. Did I say that? Oh, but it's like $80 a bottle. Champagne taste on a Boone's Farm budget. That's what you get over here. Oh, Strawberry Hill. So good. My first taste of alcohol. Strawberry Hill, Boone's Farm. Oh, and there's another project that I make. Like, so anyway, all of that to say that I'm gonna have to cut way far back. I want to continue my eyeshadow content. Like I said, I really enjoy painting eyeshadows. It's really fun for me. You guys know I love to do creative looks. I love big and bold and out there. I loved using Beauty A to Z as my way to work on singles, and I'm going to continue that. I have a whole palette of Lethal that I've barely touched. I have a whole palette of Looksy that I've barely touched. I have a whole palette of Depotted Glamlight that I haven't touched. So, well, I'm using like one out of the many that I have depotted. So my goal really is to, get use out of those singles. And I think that's going to be the way to do that. I'm also going to probably use 101 magical pans in that manner too. The thing with 101 magical pans is it's not an eyeshadow project. I am just doing it as eyeshadow. So I may have to work the prompts around just a little bit. So I'm going to save like Partners in Cream, 4-course cream, maybe some skincare. I love deca painting. Like deca painting is one of my funnest projects. I love I love for that one that I can't plan ahead. Like everything else I've planned ahead. Like I've already started picking products for my At The Hop project. I had all my products picked and my intro filmed for Paranormal Pantivity in July. So like that's what I will do the next couple of months is sit down and go, okay, what do I want to work on or what do I want to work out and where can I fit that in? So that's how I tackle prompt-based projects is I go in and I'm like, okay, what are we going to do? I want a darker green. That's the wrong tone. This is very much like Mistletoe from the Litless project. Okay, I am feeling this. I like it. I like it a lot. I do want to deepen up the outer corner. There is a black, so maybe I'll just take a little bit of this black. It says the black is black. Yeah, that's what we needed. We needed a little bit of depth over here. You're like, Misty, I can't even tell the difference. I can't. I should be using Scented Boot. I know not everyone likes to do shimmer on the whole lid, but I kind of do. Yeah. Okay. So that's my goal for projects. I'm going to continue all of my eyeshadow projects. Depending on what the Pantastic Ladies vote as their theme will determine if I do pan that palette with them or if I do it on my own. Currently, I am painting the Glamlight Red Velvet Cupcake. That is my pan that palette. I am trying to use that this year. I'm just trying to hit pan. 2023 will be using to completion, hopefully. That is something I can do. So that is something that I'll continue to work on. This is kind of a spoiler alert. I didn't do a pan that palette update this month because I had literally no progress, and it seemed unnecessary. But I started working on this Juvia's Place, the Berries palette. I don't think I'm gonna try to pan those. I need to go through the rest of them, but it's not one that I absolutely love. I don't mind it, but it's not like I don't love it. And I'm trying to stick with things that, you know, I love, and that ain't it. So my goal for eyeshadows will be to just continue to hit as many pans as I can, get use out of my singles, not only in 101 Magical Pans, but Beauty A to Z. I may make Beauty A to Z rolling, kind of like I did this year. I finished like 13 of them, and then I pulled more in. Drinking coffee. It's almost 11. I told her, I was like, do I have anything to do tomorrow? And he's like, why are you asking me if you have anything? I was like, I'm trying to decide if I need to go somewhere or can I just drink some caffeine and stay up and get shit done today. So it is stay up and get shit done kind of day. I want to use those projects for my singles, and then I want to use pan those eyeshadows, pan that palette, project level up to actually work in my palettes. And I'm going to sit down and decide on what palettes I want to use. So I have some things that are leaving my collection, and once I kind of figure out what's going and what's staying, then I will work towards, trying to figure out what palettes I really want to work on next year. So that's kind of, that's that. That's the eyeshadow go. I'm not going to set a specific number that I want to hit. But I do want to hit pan. I don't know if I want to finish shades, especially like I've been working on mostly Give Me Glow singles for the year, and those aren't ones I want to finish to completion. I love them way too much. So those aren't ones that I feel like I want to finish. Those are ones that I'm like, okay, let's get some use out of them. I want to hit pan in them. I want to give them love, but they're not necessarily ones that I want to finish complete. So I don't know that I'm going to have any completion goals. I know Jessica and Dana and a lot of people finish eyeshadows, but I don't know. I don't know that I'll ever be that person. Although I'm trying to finish a couple in my Lit List palette, so maybe I'm a lying liar who lies. I don't know. So if you are someone who's creating a project and I don't join, I apologize. And Shelly, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to tell you. I keep a notebook. I know you do your cards. I have all mine in a notebook, and like I said, and if I know that a project's coming up, I'll try to use, those products. And then, or like I know that like Throwback 30 finishes before Women Who Rock. So I want to use the blushes that I have in like 50 Shades of Green and in Throwback 30 before I get to the blushes that are in Women Who Rock, or before they can, what? This is Thin Hair Life. Hashtag Thin Hair Life. And Scrunchy won't even hold it for you. It doesn't help that this is a satin scrunchie. It came with one of my things. Oh, this is a look. Where? We are killing it. Misty, you are killing the style today. So yeah, so I'm not joining because of anything other than I just can't. So, and I don't, like I said, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And if I feel like it's something I can tackle, then possibly. But as of today, I'm not joining anything else for 2022 other than the one in November. As far as makeup goes and empties, I don't know what kind of empties challenge I want to do, and I don't know if I want to do like Jessica does the 100 makeup items she wants to finish and the 50 skincare. Maybe I'll do that, something like that as well. But I didn't finish my thought earlier. I feel like makeup has definitely been something that's kind of slowed my shopping, especially over the last few months. I mean, over the last, 4 months? Yeah, maybe 5 months. I've literally only bought the 2 Mikalya palettes and the blushes, etc. that you saw. I may be lying. I'll have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure it's been several months since I've even wanted to even purchase makeup. So, yeah, I want to continue using foundations and to stop buying them, Misty. I mean, could we please stop buying them? I want to get out the ones that I don't like or don't want to use so I can use the ones that I really do like. Although I am going to be painting, I'll probably put the ColourPop one in Color Pan, and I may put my NARS light reflecting blah 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 in That's Expensive, because I really like it and I want to get use out of it. I'm considering melting these two down together because I use them like this anyway. I know you guys think I'm crazy, but this is way too light, and I bring some warmth back in with, and then blend it out with a lighter foundation. That's how I layer. I know some people are like, that's too much. I was watching Alex's hot take video, and I was just like, I can't believe so many people don't like don't like painting, or don't like the painting community, or think that people are lying when they go through stuff. I'm like, no, I just have a fat face and I like full coverage because all the redness. Skincare, I like skincare, hair care, body care. Again, I can put it into like some of the prompt-based projects that I'm already doing. But I do want to get through, I don't know, I have 40 foundations. I don't know how many I'll have at the end of the year. Probably 40 foundations. I'm going to try not to buy any more until I finish what I've got. So 40-ish foundations, and I want to finish at least, I don't know, 10 maybe? I think I set that same goal this year and I've kind of surpassed that. Again, some of those were, not brand new. I'm darker on this side than I am on the other side. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I do want to get through some concealers. I want to get through some of my blushes. I think I mentioned, if you missed my Color Pan update, I talk in there about how ColourPop and I are on a break, but I'm still going to do the project, because the project is to use up ColourPop. Well, get use out of the ColourPop. And so if some people want to do that and use theirs to completion, you have that option. I'm also making that one a 11-month project. So we're going to restart in January and we'll end in December. I'm not going to do that for That's Expensive because we already end in December. We start in December and we end in December. I think that's... Uh-oh, here comes Jingle Bell Cat. She's going to be hollering outside the door. The problem with her is, as much as I love her, if she comes in here and I don't do what she wants right away, she'll immediately find some plastic and start chewing on it. She is 100% a pica kitty. She has pica 100%. 100%. So as I was saying, I'm not quite sure about how many products I want to finish next year. I really need to sit down and take a look at it. But there are definitely some products that I need to work out. There's definitely some foundations that I need to work out. This is the Revolution Eye Bright Corrector. I just bought a second one. I love this so very much. It's luminous, so if you don't like that, you might not like this, but it's easy to blend. It's just beautiful, and it sits so well. I haven't had an issue with any of the concealers not sitting well under it. So I apply it with a brush. This is the one from Shop Miss A. And then I'll go in with a sponge and kind of blend it out. I think this is I think it comes in 3 colors. It was 50% off at Ulta, and I was getting my paint pot, so I just went ahead and threw it in. I like it. Ooh, I like it like that. She working that back. I don't know how to act. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Feeling slow motion for me. I really, really love these little sponges from Real Techniques. I will have green all over my face. It's only a matter of time. So you guys will have to let me know in the comments down below what you would be interested in seeing from me. Like what videos do you love the most from me? I took the stopper out of this because it looked like there was barely any product in it. And now the stopper is all gross. This is the Ulta concealer, which is really, really nice, but it's way too deep. So I have to mix it. Okay, so let's talk about Pan That Face Palette, or Pan That Palette. So I have done Pan That Palette the last 2 years. Last year it was just 2 cream face palettes. I finished one. I did not finish the other. And I don't know. This year I started a powder one, and I don't know that I want to do that again. I haven't decided. I do have the Benefit Cheerleader Cheek Leaders palette that I depotted that really has been on my mind to work on. I know I won't finish it, or probably won't even hit pan because several of them are baked, but I really want to give it a go. Like, I really want to give it a go. So that might be something that I do going forward. We're going to play with the ColourPop bronzer today, and I wanted a ColourPop cheek. I figure we'll do a little bit of new makeup. I'm really drawn to this one. This is Brute Flute. I think this is like a shimmer. This is a bit cool toned. This will work. This will do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Okay. Go ahead and do my contour. This is the GRWM I just talked about in my Women Who Rock. I mean, you can just barely see it, but can you imagine that on my under eye? No thank yous. So let's talk about some painting tips. Like I said, I was going to film a video when I thought I was going to join Fantasy again, But since I'm not, and I don't want to spoil any other projects, I guess I could do, well, I'll just tell you what I do. Okay, so for prompt-based projects, specifically prompt-based projects, I will transfer all the prompts into my painting spreadsheet. So I have a spreadsheet with all of my projects. And then I will sit down and I will decide what I want. Like I'll pull, if I've already decided what I want to paint in that year, I'll pull from that pile. If I haven't decided what I want to paint from that for that year, I will just go like, okay, I want to paint this, this, and this. How does that fit within the prompts? Okay, so let's get it started in here. Let's get it started in. Oh, so pretty. This is Get Sandy. I hate that I like it because ColourPop and I are on a break. Isn't that pretty? Oh, so pretty. It's so pretty. Let's try the blush. I don't bring bronzer down right here. I mean, sometimes I will if I feel like I'm way too white. If I look like a ghost. Who is looking like Pippi Longstocking with orange hair and orange blush? That would be me. It's a bit more neutral in person, but there's definitely that hint on warmth. See, I don't hate all orange blushes, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. So when I start a prompt-based project, I will sit down and I will transfer all of the prompts to a spreadsheet. I have a whole numbers file that has all of my projects in spreadsheets. And I will just sit down and either go through what I need to pan, or like when it was 50 Shades of Green, I literally just went and found all of the green products I could find, put them in a basket, and then put them in a spreadsheet. But if it's something like Child of the 80s, there's like 5 or 6 prompts that I need to pick products for. But I'll sit down and go, okay, so the prompt is a rainbow product, something colorful. So I will go through literally the list of things that I want to finish, or like I said this year I wanted to finish so many blah blah blah, and I will find a product that fits that prompt. And then, like I did with Paranormal, like I did with Women Who Rock, I'll introduce all of them to you guys, and then I will just bring in what I need to use or what I want to use at a time. And if it's prompt, like I'm doing rolling style with Paranormal Activity, but I want to finish that bronzer. So that bronzer was a priority, so it went on the list first. So that counted as a prompt because I needed it to count as a prompt. I wanted it to count as a prompt. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. This is not nearly enough blush, but what are you gonna call it? What are you gonna call it? We're gonna call it it is. So I can get my, this may not be warm enough. Then all of my projects are color coded, and that is just like when I pull, that's mostly for like my empties or when I'm pulling products to go over, like pink. This hot pink is Throwback 30. Red has been Advent. Where's another one? Where's the green? Here's green. Ooh, this is what I should use. this this is in Women Who Rock. So Women Who Rock is, and so I know what product goes with what project for my updates, which is really what that is all about. It's like, I gotta know where this shit goes as far as like empties and updates, etc. And it just helps me keep, keep track. That's one of the things I do to keep track. And like I said, everything goes in a spreadsheet, and then I decide if it's something I want to finish, if something I just want to hit pan. Like that bronzer, my initial goal was just to hit pan. And now the Too Faced bronzer, now my goal is to finish it. Like I've hit pan, I've expanded the pan enough, let's finish it. And I kind of feel like most of the projects that I do, most of the projects that I've done this year where I've had I'm just going to hit pan, or I just want to have a usage goal, those are items I feel like I'm priming for another painting year. So things that I worked on this year and just hit pan, or maybe just got some use on, may be something that I want to bring in for 2023, or even thinking into 2024 to pan to completion. And that's kind of how I've started kind of thinking of painting and wanting my painting journey to be. I'm going to add some Glow Play Plus because I want to. This is not nearly enough blush on my base. There we go. You're like, Misty, it looks so much better before you did this. You just wait. Just you wait. Oh, these Glow Play brushes. I was so sad that MAC had them on, or Ulta had them on sale at MAC, but they didn't have all of the colors, and there are just 2 that I need. I mean, 2 that I want. They're not a need. But I sure as hell want them. I sure do. I sure do. Alright, let's blend this in a little bit. So that's kind of how I handle prompt-based projects. Everything is decided ahead of time. But, if I get into that project and I realize something isn't working, then I will adjust. Like, I think, yeah, Throwback 30 update will go live before this, I think. In that video, I had to remove the product that I had in for Budget Beauty because it literally went bad on me. And I brought in something in its place, so like this Color Pop. So I allow myself to be a bit more strategic, and that's why I like the way that I'm doing pan those eyeshadows, level up. I'm randomizing things, but I have control over the shades because I don't want to be painting 25 eyeshadows at the same time and none of them will come together and do a cohesive look. I'm trying to be very, very strategic in that manner. So yes. Oh, powder products. I'm like, lost my train of thought. What am I doing? What is love? What is love? But it don't hurt me. Let's go. We're gonna do the Sweet Peach Glow because this has a bit of warmth to it, and I mean, if we wanted to look with warmth, it's this look. So as far as like my filming schedule, I'd like to be where it's like every other day, which only gives me about 15 days a month. So as far as filming goes, I'm going to continue as I'm doing. I really, I'm going to slow down though, like for real slow down, because it's been a lot. Like I have been posting a lot every day, and I know that you guys are getting tired of me. I'm getting tired of me. Like I mentioned that one video, it's like those dry mouth sounds when I was editing were driving me crazy. I have not hit pan in this Shop Miss A blush, but I'm getting real close, I think. This was $1. This is a beautiful blush palette. It's the one from Amuse. And I don't know if I want to branch out of, like, I don't consider myself a review channel, and I don't want to get into the habit of trying to buy things to be a review channel. Like, that's not my goal in life. I'm just some fat girl on the internet who likes to play with makeup, and I have a lot of it. Like, that's what I want to do with my painting journey, is to just pan what I want, or my YouTube journey. Maybe someday I'll transition. I know Alex talked about that in a recent Get Ready With Me. It's like she's running out of things and she may transition to something else. I can completely understand that. You know, if it's not something you enjoy anymore, like, what do you want to do next? And she's been on this channel or this part of YouTube for a long time. I've only been over here since like fall of 2020. I've been on my Jolly Fit Elf channel, which is where I do my cards and stuff, for probably 8 or 9 years. So this is the Navla. In Ozone. And this is just, I don't know. I don't even know where this came from BoxyCharm. I don't know what the brush is called, but I love it. It's my favorite. It's the favorite for highlighter. All right, let's do Halo Glow. Another thing I feel like, so by cutting down, you know, those projects, I'm probably cutting down a couple more. That's going to kind of bring my filming days down significantly. I mean, it's not an issue about filming because I bulk film. It's an issue about you guys having like misty fatigue. That's the thing. Like, I'm concerned that I'm concerned that I'm going to start losing, you know, viewers, because it's like Misty posted another video. She's posting all the time. And I know Jessica used to post daily. So, and she has a pretty good following. I mean, she's been around for a while and people know who she is and people love her, and she is an OG panner. I'm a baby panner. But I still, like, I don't know. I don't know really how to articulate my feelings on. It's like I enjoy what I do, and maybe I just need to not even worry about you guys and just do what I want to do. Just do what I want. I do what I want. Oh, man. This Halo Glow powder is so pretty. Even if you're oily, you can see that it didn't give me a huge amount of shine, but it's gorgeous. It's so pretty. I do 2 different sprays. One that is like something that'll set it, and one that'll give me just a little bit of luminosity. So as I mentioned, it's not me not wanting to film. I can bulk film. That's not it for me. It's just I don't want. You can kind of see my thoughts are a little all over the place. Just a little bit. Just a little bit over the place. I kind of want to do like purple in the eyeline, that doesn't really match your top though, Misty. I kind of want to do purple. We'll just stick with neutrals. We'll just stick with the neutrals. It'll be alright. So I guess my biggest some of my, like I mentioned, I put everything on the spreadsheet, then I have a little rolling cart. I know not everybody can do this, but I have a little rolling cart that has 4 or 5 baskets, and it houses all of the products that are either in upcoming projects or current projects that I'm like going to roll in later. Like, I have almost all of Paranormal Activity in a basket because that's not something that I'm going to start using anytime soon, because I'm already painting a ton of it. Like, and I may bring out the eyeshadow palette because I brought in the Lunar Moon Spell palette. And like, I've done that for Zodiac. Like, I've been working on palettes, and I may do that for painting those eyeshadows too. At the end of the day, as far as eyeshadows go, it's not a goal to finish all thousands of pans that I have. That's not the goal. And I don't have any specific, pan percentage in mind. I just want to make sure that I am, putting on the makeup that I bought, getting use out of it, loving what I love, passing along what I'm not, in love with, and going on about my life. That's really what it is. And like I said, my painting journey, I feel like, especially over the last few months, has kind of just shifted my thought process from like, okay, I need to buy everything. But now it's like, okay, Missy, do you really want that? Well, do you think you could pan that? No. And also being conscientious of like, there are other things we need and want to do. Like, we need new flooring. I need braces. Like, well, I guess they're kind of a need. It's kind of a need. For me, it's like, it's a need, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, it feels like it's cosmetic and not necessarily a need. Just going over that black with this brown, because that black will run all over my face. And this, unfortunately, this Appeal eyeliner doesn't work in the waterline. So once I have my products picked out, once I have them, ready to go, then I'll sit down and film the intro, and then I put everything in a basket and I put it away. That's why you saw me do, I think at the beginning of the year, as you can see where that black already bled, I said like, I'm filming this in August and it's not going live till like January, or I filmed like 50 Shades of Green in January and it wasn't going live till April. That's because I had my products. I knew what I wanted to use. I didn't want to fuss around with trying to, give myself an opportunity to change my mind 4 times. I just went with it, and that's what I did. And so that's how I prep. That's what I do to really get an opportunity to plan my projects. And then I'll do them random. I just don't think I could be the type of person who just, and I think that's why maybe some people don't like prompt-based projects, is because it feels like you don't have any control. But if you sit down, when the project is, what's posted, especially if it's Fantastic Ladies one. Okay. What are we doing? You showed up in the waterline the other day and now you don't want to. Maybe I didn't sharpen it. And that way I have all my prompts, and even though I do it roulette style, it's ready to go. And that's really a tip. And the other tip is, I know, trust me, I know, hello, 26 projects. It's easy to want to join everything and support everybody. Ooh, wrong way. What am I doing? But at the end of the day, I think it's important to make sure that you're not spreading yourself thin. Make sure that it's something that you enjoy. Like I did the Alice in Wonderland, and I just didn't enjoy it because I'm not an Alice person. But I wanted to make sure that I was supporting Allie. The same thing with the 2 that Deb and Danny posted. It's like, I really, really, really want to support them, but at the same time, I know that I won't be able to put enough focus into those projects, and I would just be kind of phoning it in, and I don't want that either. Like I don't want to be like that either. So yeah. Okay. So the palette is just like the palette is. I mean, it's no different than the normal quality from Glamlight. So yeah, I'm going to bring in my Lit List palette. So I'm going to use the Grinch matte, and I'm going to use, which one am I painting? Woodland. Woodland? Yeah, Woodland. This matte down here on my lower lash line. I really leave my projects pretty open-ended and just tell you to do what works for you. Like at the end of the day, painting should be fun. It doesn't have to have, you know, hard and fast, strict rules about anything. You know, make it your own, have fun with it, explore, play, all of the things. Let's use that same brush. Do my color switch. I still need to do my tot line. So don't forget your tot line. So I'll go way down and then I'll go back in with concealer to kind of fix it. I sometimes have shaky hands and shaky arms that just in my eye like will get away from me. Or I will just get heavy-handed and my eye look will go away from me and get away from me. I don't powder my under eyes for a couple of reasons. Number one, they're already dry. They don't need help. But number two, I like to be able to go in and do this. Who's looking flying shit? I'm looking flying shit. That's who. Flippin' colorful. Corner, then mascara, and then a lip, and we will be done. And then I gotta do something with this hair. So, some tips and tricks for those of you who are beginning your painting journey or who may be feeling overwhelmed with your painting journey. Pull back. Pull back. Kind of ease your, like I took 2021 and did just a few projects to see, number one, if painting was something I enjoyed, and number two, if it's something I felt like I could do. So that was kind of how that started. And then this year, like I said, I have been I'm a woman on a mission to, you know, try to fight depression and anxiety with playing with makeup rather than trying to buy all the makeup. Now, at the beginning of the year, I bought all the makeup. But that has, like I said, that has slowed way, way down. I have like 5 of these Clinique mascaras, and I actually really like it. I like it. Sometimes I will spray my brush, sometimes I'll spray my comb, sometimes I just spray my hands. Whatever needs to do. This got a weird bump today when I was blow drying it. Alright, let's put on the lip and this look will be done. I'm going to go with Matte Mocha. Wait, no, I need to get rid of this one. This one is from Flower Beauty. It is the Mix and Matte Lip Duo in Honey Nude. So it's got a lipstick on one side and a gloss on the other. I like it. What do you guys think? This is the finished look. I really like it. Those palettes feel like the same really good glam light formula. You guys know I go on and on and on about them. I know some people haven't had the best of luck. Again, I don't know if that has something to do with batches or the date, like how old the palette is, but yeah, I really enjoy them. So yeah, that's it. So this was probably all over the place and you may not even see it. I may refilm it, or maybe I'll do a voiceover and talk about what I wanted to talk about. That's actually a pretty good idea. We'll see. Anyway, if you do happen to see this, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate you sitting around and waiting, like making it to the end of this rambling mess. If you haven't already, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Have a good day, night, weekend, wherever you are. I love your faces and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.